All right, what's up, everybody? St. Johns and Uconn at the Garden. Right here, Locked Up Sports. Bob Walters on the call. A little late, but we are here now. 8:46 to go. First half, 23-21, St. Johns with the lead. And Jackson is at the line, shooting a pair here. 11 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, and just over an assist as he banks the first one in. And St. John's has themselves a 3-point lead, 24-21. Huge game, lively crowd here at the Garden for this one. Sellout crowd's a hot ticket all day for this one. St. John's comes in, the two top teams in the Big East as he buries the second one. 25-21. St. John's with the lead here. 8:46 to go in the half. Uconn looking to inbound it. They better get it in. He does, just barely. St. John's with the full court press. And Uconn gets it over the timeline. Ball dribbles, right hand dribble, bounce pass, back to ball. Ball now drives with the right hand, digs it off, and it's in off the glass to Reed. 2 points for Taris Reed, and Uconn is back within two. St. John's with the ball now, bringing it up in the front court. Ejiofor has it. Is it to Sellers? Sellers out near the label. Left side, three-pointer. In and out, no good. And the rebound to Uconn. Here they come, pushing it up the court. Going all the way, spinning now back for a three off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound is bobbled around and picked up by St. John's. Right wing, here's Sellers for three from the corner, and it's again in and out, no good. So St. John's misses two in a row. And now back. Uconn will slow it down as they come across the timeline. Demary with the ball, right hand dribble. Being guarded by Sellers, now he switches off. Demary still with it, left side. Mullins has it. Mullins looking, puts up a three, and it's good. 7 straight for Uconn. They have a 26-25 lead. Timeout, St. John's, with 7:21 to go in the first half. So right there, big shots, back-to-back threes from Uconn. St. John's misses a pair of threes, and just like that, Uconn takes the lead in a back-and-forth first half. We go 26-25, St. John's. This is St. John's basketball on Locked Up Sports. Host of Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. Join myself and Brett Grasso every week as we break down all the happenings from the best sports town in the world and have conversations with some of the biggest names in New York sports, including former Mets general manager Steve Phillips.
We need a star player, but let's go get Beyonce. And I finally got approval to do it.
The man who revolutionized special teams in the NFL, Coach Mike Westhoff.
But, all the things that he got accused of, he did them all. I know. Trust me, I know. He did them all.
And New York sports talk legend Joe Beningo, just to name a few.
But they gave this guy $35 million a year, $350 million for 10 years. What the hell were they thinking with this guy?
Yeah. If you're a sports fan, this is the podcast for you. We have all the insights, laughs, and entertaining perspectives you crave. Whether you're looking for a funny take on your favorite team or informative and entertaining conversation, Locked Up Sports has you covered. Subscribe today for the most entertaining and informative sports podcast around. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
Some of the best fans in the world. They're knowledgeable, engaged, and passionate, and they expect nothing less from the shows they listen to. Everyone agrees when it comes to talking sports, there's the new authority. Whether it's former New York athletes,
hey, this is Doc Good.
This is Colton Orr, familiar sports talk voices.
Everybody, this is Don LaGreca.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Huesler from The Fan.
Or you, the fans. Locked Up Sports is bringing you the best New York sports talk on the internet. New York sports fans are some of the best fans in the world. They're knowledgeable, engaged, and passionate.
All right, welcome back here at Madison Square Garden, 26-25. Uconn with the lead, 22-1, number 3 ranked in the country. Uconn here visiting St. John's at Madison Square Garden, number 22 in the country. They started about number 5 in the country, but a rough start for St. John's. They picked it up. They've been really good lately. They have won 8 in a row. They're 17-5. They're really the only two threats to win the Big East regular season, as Villanova is third in the conference, but really a step below these two teams. Uconn, the class of the conference so far this year, and they've been an excellent team, 22-1. But we've had a back and forth first half here, 26-25. A 6-0 run for Uconn here to take the lead back. 7:21 to go. Uconn is 12-0 in the conference. The Johnnies are 10-1, and Uconn has been pretty sharp from behind the arc here early. Like you said, full house here at the Garden. Real hot ticket tonight. A couple $100 just to get in the building for this one. But that's what you get when St. John's is finally good. You get big crowds coming into these games. 26-25. Uconn with the lead as they come out of a timeout. St. John's called the timeout after two quick threes, and St. John's Sellers missed 2 threes on the St. John's end. Mullins hit a big three to give them the lead at 26-25 as the teams come back out onto the court. We're ready to get going here again. That was the under 8 timeout, so 7:26 to go. St. John's with the ball under their own hoop, inbounding. Some pressure from Uconn, but they get it in. And the Johnnies move it up court across the timeline. It is Hopkins. Hopkins hands it off to Sellers. Sellers left wing now for Sannon. Sannon up top to Darling. Darling looking. Good bounce pass inside. Prey goes up with the right hand. No good off the backboard and rebounded by Uconn. And they'll bring it up court. DeMary with the ball. Hands it off to Ross. Ross back to DeMary. Top of the wing. Left wing pass. Going to the hoop. And he feeds it outside. Good ball movement by Uconn around the arc. DeMary drives. Right-handed. Throw good. No good. Off the backboard, and here comes St. John's the other way. St. John's and the Wild going to the hoop was Ejiofor, and he loses the ball. They're going to call a foul on the floor against Uconn. No, they're going to call a shooting foul. No, it's going to be, shooting foul. St. John's is in the bonus now. Ejiofor was a little wild there going down the lane as they were trying to go in transition after it looked like an alley-oop pass by DeMary that went off the backboard, and St. John's just kind of transitioned the other way real quick. First free throw off the back of the iron, no good, rebounded by Uconn. So it was on the floor. It was a 1-on-1. I'm sorry, my fault. And DeMary brings it up across the timeline. Hands it off. DeMary has it, top of the key. Looking, picks up his dribble, down low. Number 5 with the right hand, no good. And St. John's comes back the other way. That was Reed with the right hand. And there's a charge by St. John's. It's going the other way, an offensive foul by Hopkins. Not a good play there as he just went out of control into the lane and barreled over the Uconn defender. And it's a turnover by St. John's. 26-25, still no points now in the last 2 minutes or so as the teams have traded, bad possessions, turnovers and bad passes and alley-oops off the backboard. Here comes DeMary up the court for Uconn. He's got it on the left wing. Now it's the top to Reed. Hands it off. Number 1 driving back out. Oh, that looked like a carry. Good defense by St. John's, and it's lost out of bounds by Uconn. A turnover. And it'll be St. John's basketball. Stewart on the turnover there by Uconn. Still 26-25. St. John's brings it up court. Jackson Jackson has it up top of the key. Gives it to Hopkins. Hopkins at the top of the key still now. Oh, good pass inside, and it's off the glass. No good by Jackson. A little give and go, and he misses the layup, and back the other way comes Uconn. DeMary with the ball. Top of the key, right side now. To Mullins. Mullins gives it down low, and again he loses it. And again it's Reed who loses it. Looks like he dribbled it off his knee out of bounds. St. John's gets the ball as we are stuck here at 26-25 for about a little over 3 minutes. Just back and forth, bad possessions, blown layups, missed opportunities, and turnovers. St. John's with the ball. St. John's has it. Oh, good pass inside to Ejiofor off the glass, and he in. Finally breaks the scoreless drought there, and St. John's has a 1-point lead. Back and forth we go, 27-26. That was Ejiofor. He's got 13. I'm sorry. Ejiofor's got 8. My fault. Uconn with the ball in the front court. Ball has it. Ball, top of the key, 3, and he buries it from the top of the key. And Uconn regains the lead, 29-27, as we hit 4 minutes to go in the first half. St. John's with the ball. Ejiofor has it, top of the key. Dribbles, picks up his dribble. 3-pointer coming up, and it's no good by Sannon. Rebounded by Uconn. And Ball has it. Ball looking. Picks up his dribble. Good defense being guarded by Ejiofor. Right side now to DeMary. St. John's playing good defense in this first half. DeMary, right-hand dribble. Looks to drive. Now pulls it back. Still going. Bumped. Hands it off to Reed, who a wild layup. No good. Rebounded by St. John's. They push it up the floor. Ejiofor has it. Pushes it out. Left wing. Sannon for 3, and he hits it. St. John's with a 3-pointer. Sannon with the shot, and they have themselves a 30-29 lead. Ball comes across midcourt for Uconn as we hit 3 minutes to go, and there's a steal. Steal by Sannon, and he goes to the hoop, and it's in. I'm sorry, it's Jackson. Jackson lays it in. Big turnover there as he just picked the pocket of DeMary. Oh, Jackson with a good pick. Turnover. Timeout, Uconn. And the crowd rises to their feet here at Madison Square Garden. 32-29, St. John's with the lead. 2:52 to go. This is St. John's basketball. Locked Up Sports.
Winds down, Locked Up Sports coverage is just getting warmed up. Keep it locked in to Locked Up Sports for the best NFL playoff coverage on the internet.
New York sports fans are some of the best fans in the world. They're knowledgeable, engaged, and passionate, and they expect nothing less from the shows they listen to. Everyone agrees when it comes to talking sports, there's the new authority. Whether it's former New York athletes,
Hey, this is Doc Good.
This is Colton Orr.
familiar sports talk voices,
Everybody, this is Don LaGreca.
Hi, everybody. It's Bob Huschler from The Fan.
or you, the fans. Locked Up Sports is bringing you the best New York sports talk on the internet. I'm Bob Walters, host of Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. Join myself and Brett Grasso every week as we break down all the happenings from the I'm Bob Walters, host of Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. Join myself and Brett Grasso every week as we break down all the happenings from the best sports town in the world and have conversations with some of the biggest names in New York sports, including former Mets general manager Steve Phillips.
We need a star player, but let's go get Piazza. And I finally got approval to do it.
The man who revolutionized special teams in the NFL, Coach Mike Westhoff.
But, all the things that he got accused of, he did them all. I know. Trust me, I know. He did them all.
And New York sports talk legend Joe Beningo, just to name a few.
But they gave this guy $35 million a year, $350 million for 10 years. What the hell were they thinking with this guy?
Yeah. If you're a sports fan, this is the podcast for you. We have all the insights, laughs, and entertaining perspectives you crave. Whether you're looking for a funny take on your favorite team or informative and entertaining conversation, Locked Up Sports has you covered. Subscribe today for the most entertaining and informative sports podcast around. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
All right, so back here at Madison Square Garden, Yankees, listen to me. I was just going to do a Yankee promo. St. John's, after a pretty good scoring drought, St. John's got a couple points there. They hit a 3. They took the lead, but Uconn came right back. And after it takes a timeout, they have 8 turnovers already tonight, Uconn. So their season average is only 11. They're turning the ball over a lot. They look a little disheveled. St. John's with a 3-point, 32-29 lead as we hit 2:52 to go in the half. As we reset things for you, Uconn 8 fouls, 3 timeouts to go. St. John's 6 fouls, 3 timeouts left. And hey, listen, St. John's hanging with them here as the ball was inbounded by Uconn. And there's almost another steal and a foul called on Jackson, a reach-in. So that'll be the 7th St. John's foul. It'll be a 1-on-1 for Uconn. St. John's being aggressive with their hands, trying to get the ball, trying to force Uconn to make mistakes here. This first half has gone very well, about as well as St. John's could have hoped. 32-29, they have a lead. Cialis DeMary Jr. at the line, 10 points a game he averages. Puts up the first one of the 1-on-1, and it's good. And that earns him a second one. St. John's on an 8-game win streak, 12-game win streak for the Huskies, as they are the number 3 team in the country. Not as many Uconn fans in here as I thought there would be. Second one on its way, and it's good. And it's back to a 1-point game. St. John's 32, Uconn 31, 2:40 to go. First half here at Madison Square Garden. St. John's with the ball moving around the outside. Gives it to Salmon. Salmon up top now to Mitchell. Mitchell bounce pass down low and a foul called on Uconn. A reach in on Reed. The 9th foul for Uconn. St. John's will be shooting free throws. Let's see, Reed and the St. John's and the Uconn bench doesn't seem to think that was a foul, but I think he reached in. He got him on the hand a little bit. Might have pulled the waist from behind a little bit too. So it'll be edge of 4 at the line. Shooting a pair here. 6 points, 1 for 3, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists for Zuby here in the first half. First free throw on its way, front of the iron, and bounces around and in. And that'll give him a second one. Let's see, they're going to show the foul again. Yeah, that's absolutely a foul. He hacked him with his right hand. I don't know what they're complaining about. You got Hurley over there screaming and yelling. Second one, no good. Rebound bounces around, and they're going to call a foul on Uconn. Another foul right off the rebound, and right back to the line goes St. John's. So Hopkins at the line, shoots, hits the first one. 3 points here for St. John's as they get to go to the line here for 4 shots now on one trip. They're in the bonus. Second one on its way. Good. St. John's has a 4-point lead, 35-31. 2:25 to go in the first half. Ball brings it up court across the timeline, being guarded right there. Met right at the timeline by St. John's. Ball gets a pick. Right side drives off the glass. No good. Rebound to St. John's. And here they go. 4-point lead in the ball. St. John's driving into the lane. Puts it up on a delayed. No good. Rebound to Uconn. And Uconn's going to bring it up the right court. Ball all the way. Coast to coast. Floater. No good. Rebound tapped in by Uconn. And St. John's has the ball. 35-33. St. John's with the lead. Edge of 4 has it. Right-hand dribble. Top of the key. Hands off for 3 for Sannon. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound by Hopkins, and he puts it in the foul. Oh, good rebound by Hopkins, and the foul and the bucket as he goes for a 3-point play. Good rebound with one hand off the miss by Jackson. Strong rebound by Hopkins, and he puts it up, and he's going to get a chance at a 3-point play. Trying to make it a 5-point lead for the Johnnies. Free throw, no good, rims out. And it's batted around and caught finally and retained by Uconn. Ball with the ball. Here we go. Damari, now the ball. Ball has it, driving, pulls up, stop, fade away, off the front of the iron and in. Nice, pretty shot by Ball. 37-35. St. John's has a 2-point lead as we approach 1 minute to go in the first half. Sannon has it, top. Oh, and he turns it over, and here comes Uconn with a free breakaway, and he two-hand dunk. And that ties the game at 37. A bad turnover. Into the lane, St. John's, and he hits Sellers, hits a 14-foot jump shot, and St. John's regains the lead. 42 seconds to go first half. St. John's with a little full court pressure here, but it's gotten in, and then they back off a bit. Ball brings it up for Uconn. 2-point lead for St. John's, half a minute to go in the first half. Crowd rises to their feet. Ball has it. He's got 8 to shoot. Looks to drive. 15 to go. Into the lane. Finger roll is good with the right hand. And that ties the game. 10 seconds to go in the half. St. John slows it down as they pass midcourt. Hopkins has it. Hopkins looking. Back and forth dribble. Feeds out right side for 3. Sellers. In and out. No good. And the horn goes off. And that's the end of the first half. And we have a draw at 39-39. With 20 minutes in the books, 20 minutes left to play. Oh, good first half. Stick around, folks. It's going to be an even better second half. St. John's, 39. Uconn, 39. 20 minutes in the books. And St. John's came down. They had a good look. Sellers had a good look, and he couldn't hit the 3 at the end. And we are all tied up at 39 here at halftime. And so this is as good as we thought it would be. Madison Square Garden, you're listening to St. John's basketball on Locked Up Sports. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the second half, folks. Make sure you come back and return us and return for the second half.
Have a preview of the huge Big Ten clash between Illinois and Michigan State.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You handle chaos with composure, because everything you do behind the scenes sets the stage for their big day. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Medalla, the mark of a fighter.
The thing about hair is, even if it starts here, it'll end up there. But Swiffer Sweeper Deluxe is made to get hair anywhere. Brooms just push and move. But Swiffer gives you a clean that's mom approved. The collapsible, storable Swiffer Sweeper Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
There
There is no place like Madison Square Garden. This is special, guys. When you're playing in that building, it's a different animal than anywhere else. It is a complete sellout. This is Big East basketball at its best. We are in the mecca of basketball, in the greatest city in the world.
See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish this bucket on your own.
Enjoy your new car.
Get your Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
You can bet on all the sports, all the players, all the action, all the time. Now you've just got to ask yourself, should I? Take a pause to stay in control and think about how much time you spend betting. A pause can help you if you're watching your wagers more than the game. Pausing can get you back to enjoying time with those around you. Visit oasas.ny.gov and take our survey to see if your wagering is something to worry about. Take a pause and get back into the game.
Here they come. ShopRite's all-new locked-in prices, featuring even more variety and value. We're lowering and locking in prices on thousands of items, in-store and online. Look for the blue locked-in price labels. Store-wide at ShopRite. We are here.
Spectrum TV, isn't that only live TV?
No, it's only all my favorite streaming apps with live TV.
Okay.
It's only all included at no extra cost. And that's the magic of math. Will this be on the test? Sure. Why not?
It's only one simple payment for all our TV. We gotta simplify and win. Winning is equally important.
If not, more so.
Yeah!
Only Spectrum TV, fixed TV.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. At NYU Langone Health, we get our surgery patients home sooner than any other health system.
As your IT manager, I choose which platform we use for virtual meetings. It will prompt you to download a weird app, and your clients will be actively upset when you send them a link. I use Zoom. Sit down, Mr. Thompson.
I use Zoom AI Companion.
You will have no companion of any kind.
I use Zoom Contact Center.
No, you will not start a movement.
I use Zoom in this coffee shop.
Uso Zoom para traducir.
Be part of the movement. Zoom ahead.
Technology should confuse us, not help us.
See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish this bucket on your own.
Enjoy your new car.
Get your Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now for a limited time, get 3.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Elantra or Elantra Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Join Natasha Verma and Steve Lacy for the 10 o'clock news, weeknights on Fox 5.
Halftime here at Madison Square Garden, and we're our level at 39. Coming up, it's the Jeep Halftime Show.
In this game, no one's path to greatness is the same. Each season rewrites the story. Another chance to rise and redefine what's possible. This is where rubber meets the road, where every team hits the court at full charge. Because the drive to the top isn't given, it's earned.
This is why we love college basketball.
The journey to the Big East title begins now. Sponsored by Jeep, proud partner of the Big East Conference. Jeep, there's only one.
It's Fox Primetime Hoops, and we've got a top 10 showdown. Star freshman Keaton Wadler meets 5th-ranked Illinois against 10th-ranked Michigan State. Saturday at 8 Eastern on Fox Primetime Hoops.
Memory of a Killer is TV's #1 new drama.
So what do?
I sell photocopiers. My mind is getting worse.
You work for me. Loyalty's everything.
Doesn't my dad seem a little off lately?
Your father always seems a little off.
No one can know.
Memory of a Killer, all new Monday on Fox.
Dear ski trip, ready for Black Diamond adventure? Let's pack it in with tons of room for the whole crew and travel first class all the way to the top. Grand Highlander. Get a great deal on a Toyota Grand Highlander with KBB Best Resale Value. Find yours stores at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
My name is Maya. This is a story of how I got my life back at HSS. I knew I needed hip replacement surgery, but I was scared and delayed it for years. It was unbearable. I couldn't play with my kids. I chose HSS because they're the best in the world. The doctor helped me realize that I didn't need to live with the pain. Going to HSS was the best choice I've ever made.
Tastes like money. To Oliver, eating here instead of buying a stadium hot dog is like putting away $20. If Oliver sees sandwiches as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo's right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Whoops. However you make money work, you can work with that.
Some places stay with you and make you want to relive every moment. These are the places you want to get lost in. The ones that feed your curiosity, push you out of your comfort zone, pull you in, and draw you out. Daring you to surprise yourself from the moment you walk in.
Wrap up your weekend with Sports Extra, Sunday nights at 10:30 on Fox 5.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, sponsored by Jeep. There is only one. We bring you inside our Fox College Hoops studio. Casey Jacobson, Rob Stone here with you, and we're at the break between number 3 Uconn and St. John's from inside the Garden, where we will be in just a few weeks' time for the Big East Tournament. 4 games coming up Saturday on Fox. We start with the Big Ten battle. Wisconsin, Hoosiers, noon Eastern, followed by number 11, Kansas, hosting Utah, 2:30. Grand Canyon on the road at UNLV, and then back to the Big Ten, number 5, Illinois, and 10th-ranked Michigan State at 8.
It's time to hoop it up in East Lansing. Folks, one of the great atmospheres in all of college basketball.
Come on, keep waddling. That's sick. That was nasty.
He'll launch the 3 and he'll hit it again.
This should be a lot of fun. It should be fun. It should be a fight.
Nothing better. The Izzo in full bloom.
These two great programs have split their last 8 meetings, 3 of which have happened when both teams were ranked similar numbers across the board, whether it's points or shooting or turnovers. The conversation, though, for this matchup, it has to start at the point guard spot. Keaton Wagler has just exploded. He's gone from barely becoming a 4-star talent into an NBA draft lottery pick. And then what does Tom Izzo do with Jeremy Fears after his recent antics?
Yeah, well, buckle up. These are 2 of the top 3 point guards in the Big Ten. Of course, can't leave out Braden Smith for Purdue. Let's start with Keaton Wagler. His rise, he's taken the reins of the number 1 ranked offense in America. He can shoot it, he can drive it, and Rob, he does it all at his own pace. He never gets rushed. He's always got that ball in the shot pocket ready to launch. He's got deep range to about 25 feet and in for him. And then you mentioned Jeremy Fears Jr. Look, he is in some hot water, shall we say, with his coach on social media because of his antics in this game and the previous game against Michigan. Will he start? Tom Izzo said, hey, I need to teach him a lesson. We don't know. Will he start? Will he play? Will he play only half the game? To me, I don't know if Michigan State can win this game against one of the hottest teams in the country. Illinois has won 12 straight games since losing at the buzzer to Nebraska. They're playing like the best team in the country. And to me, the psychology of sports maybe plays a little bit into this. There's no team that has more confidence than Illinois defensively. They're shutting down Bennett Sturts and Iowa on the road. They held Iowa to 69 points. They go to Nebraska, held Nebraska to 69 points. Michigan State is not very confident. So to me, it's like these 2 teams, they're not really sure. One team is ready to take over the world. That's Illinois.
So 2 straight losses for Sparty. Remember, can almost be 3. They were able to get through Rutgers on the road. Illinois trending in the right direction, sitting on the 2 line right now. If any of those 4 teams above them on the 1 line falters, Illinois sliding right on there. They are that good. Second half between Uconn St. Johns coming up next.
Running a successful delivery company has taught me something.
You're only as good as your tools. We have AT&T Business, and that's why we're the best.
We're here. You're where? There's nothing here.
Just trust the connection. We're in the right spot.
What?
You guys are early.
Yeah.
I like that.
Get your signature there.
Yes, sir. You guys thirsty? I just made some lemonade.
It's really warm in here. Like a good warm. You know, my phone still works down here. It's crazy.
If you ask a quantum question, you begin to notice unexpected patterns in the universe. How light can be both a wave and a particle, energy and matter, all at once. Uconn researchers are asking how these big ideas can inspire powerful new technologies. Computers that solve the most complex problems to create personalized medicine and imaging. Ultra-precise navigation and unbreakable data security. Because every quantum question is where possibility begins.
Some dream of curling up on the couch for the night. Others dream of spending all day in their outdoor oasis.
My favorite.
Whatever the dream, it's in reach. At IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Having Spectrum, they prove their value all the time to us.
All our total sales come from the internet, so fast, high-speed internet is crucial in this kitchen.
Spectrum is a great value for us. Part of that value is how fast the internet is, how reliable the internet is. They also provide wonderful customer service for us, which is vital for us to run our business.
Get your business free fiber-powered internet forever. Call to find out how.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. At NYU Langone Health, we get our surgery patients home sooner than any other health system.
Any further thoughts? I think I need to do more with my money. Should I still be renting?
I live with my mom.
How much should I save for my kids' tuition? What kids?
How early is early retirement?
How much is in your 401k?
All my money's in checking.
What does the K stand for?
Ben, what's on your mind?
Could I be doing more with my money?
Let's look at where you're at and talk your goals.
Make sense of your money with Citizens. Your perfect winter getaway is calling. Escape to the great outdoors. Relax and unwind in style. From the bright lights of the big city to the wide open places beyond it. And everywhere in between. New York State, everything you love. Plan your trip at iloveny.com.
Do you have bad credit? Is it a problem getting a car loan? We can help. Call Hudson Hyundai in Jersey City. Please call 800-952-2191. That's 800-952-2191. Tier 1 customers can lease a new 2025 Elantra for just $149 per month. Or another special deal, a 2025 Tucson for just $199 per month. Bad credit? No credit? We can help. Please call 800-952-2191. That's 800-952-2191. Please call Hudson Hyundai today for a fast pre-approval.
Every minute counts in the morning, so get useful and important news on Good Day. Weekdays 4:30 to 10 a.m. on Fox 5. And streaming free on Fox Local.
First half stats sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. JJ, who jumps out at you, or what jumps out at you?
Well, it's three-point shooting for, of course, St. John's, only 2 for 11, so UConn winning that battle. Points off of turnovers favor St. John's. And once again, St. John's doing an excellent job to take care of the ball.
Gus Johnson, Jimmy Jackson with you. Your thoughts on that first half?
Pretty much where I thought it would be with regards to St. John's being able to impose
their pressure and their will, kind of forcing UConn to be a little uncomfortable. But I love the fact that UConn settled down about the last minute and a half and got themselves back tied at half.
That's what you do to me all the time. You pressure, your will.
I respect my elders. My elders.
There you go with that. Dylan Mitchell, he showed some flashes.
Well, you're talking about imposing your will. He did it right there on the freshman, Braylon Mullins. And you talk about the bop inside. That combination has been effective between him and Javier all year.
All right, so as much as I know you'd probably love to hear Gus Johnson over me, we are not allowed to do that because YouTube will absolutely shut us down. So you stuck with me here for the second half. Tie game 39-39. As you heard, St. John's struggling from the three. Good on defense, forcing turnovers by UConn most of the way. Demary 6 points, 2 for 3 from the field. Dylan Mitchell for the Johnnies, 8 points. He's 4 or 5 from the field. You'd like to see him shoot more if he's going to shoot like that. So a big second half, big 20 minutes coming up here at Madison Square Garden as St. John's looks to really get in the conversation with UConn for, a regular season championship. But they're going to have to take care of business here in the second half. They do still go to UConn later in the season. They still have that game coming up. But either way, St. John's, UConn with the ball. Start the second half. Inbound, we are underway. And UConn has the ball. Tie game 39-39. Demary with it up top of the key. Finds down low. Finds Caravan and an easy lay-in for 2 points. And it's a 41-39 UConn lead. St. John's with the ball in the front court now. Hopkins has it. Now Ejiofor. Ejiofor leaves it for Jackson. Jackson to the hoop. Right-hand lay-in. Finger roll is good. And we're tied. St. John's putting the full court pressure on. UConn gets it in. Demary over the midcourt. Drives into the front court. Now slows it down as UConn will set up their offense. Demary with the ball, right-hand dribble, goes baseline, and he falls down, loses his down on the ground, and it's going to be a jump ball. As he went down onto the court, slipped as he went to the right baseline to try and drive. And St. John's tied him up, and it'll be a jump ball possession arrow to the Johnnies, and they bring it up into the front court. Hopkins has it, now leaves it for Jackson. Jackson, top of the key, back to Ejiofor at the top. Hands it off to Hopkins. Hopkins, right-hand dribble. Oh, beautiful pass. Ejiofor all alone, two-hand jam. And St. John's has the lead. Well, they forgot about Zuby Ejiofor. Down low, he was all by himself, turned around, couldn't believe it, and threw it down with two hands. Into the front court. Now it's UConn. 43-41, St. John's with the lead. Just underway, second half. Left side now. Stewart has it. Stewart has a three blocked by Ejiofor. And did he step on the baseline? He did. Stepped on the out of bounds and turns it over. But a big block on a three-point attempt as he went way out to get it. But man, I don't know what UConn was doing on that last possession down the court. They just forgot about Ejiofor. Mullins blocked by Ejiofor, then down here at this end. But Ejiofor stepped on the out of bounds line as he came down with the ball. UConn with the ball. Demary drives right hand into the lane, switches, throws up, and he's blocked, and a foul called. Ejiofor blocked it cleanly, but the foul is called. It's going to be on, I believe, Jackson. As Ejiofor has come out here in the second half and trying to take the game over right off the bat. Demary at the line, number 2 for UConn. Shooting a pair. He's got 6 points on the night. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. First one on its way, front of the iron, bounces around and in. And it's a 2-point game. Checking in for St. John's is Darling. And checking out is Jackson. St. John's with a 1-point lead. Second free throw from Demary from UConn on its way, and it no good. Rims off the right of the rim and into the hands of St. John's. Darling brings it up waist-high dribble across the timeline. Switches hands to the left, between the leg dribble. Now looks, gets a screen. Left side. Darling all the way to the hoop. Finger roll up and good with the left hand. Oh, bad switching by Uconn on the off the screen. And St. John's with an easy bucket. More pressure in the front court by St. John's, but it's gotten in again easily. Uconn been able to break that all night. DeMary has it. DeMary, top of the key, looking, guarded by Sellers. Sellers sticks his hand in, can't get it. DeMary goes to left hand, finger roll off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to St. John's. And can they pick it up before it goes out of bounds? They do. And it's going to be Sellers to Darling. Darling left side for St. John's. Puts it on the floor with his right hand. He's directing traffic right side. Now it's Sellers inside the three-point line. Jumper, no good. Rebound to Uconn. Back and forth we go. 3-point, 45-42 lead for St. John's. Uconn picks up their dribble. Whoa, Caravan picked it up way behind. There's a long three. Good. Got it. DeMary. Oh, big shot. I'm sorry, not DeMary. It was Ball on the three. And we are tied at 45. Both teams coming out shooting hot. Here comes a drive by St. John's, and it's a foul. As Mitchell went to the hole, he was fouled. He'll shoot a pair. But good driving by St. John's. Darling with the left-handed drive, and then Ball with a long NBA-style three to tie the game at 45. And St. John's now at the line. Mitchell shooting two. First one is way short, an air ball. Oh, man. Not even close on that. Jesus. Mitchell, 8 points. He's shooting good from the field, 4 or 5, but not on that last free throw. Second one on its way, and this one is good. It's a 1-point lead for St. John's as Mitchell hits 1 of 2. Again, they put somebody in the face of the inbounder, and again, Uconn easily gets it in. DeMary across the timeline. Right-hand dribble being guarded by Darling. Good defense by Darling as he fights off a screen near the label, near center court. Now it's Caravan. Right side, inside to Reed. Off to the left side for three from the corner for Caravan, and it's no good. Rebound to St. John's. Here they go. They're pushing it up the court. Right side, here is Sellers off the backboard, no good. Out of bounds. St. John's will retain possession. As St. John's tried to push it, they haven't done much of that in this game. They tried to push it up court, go fast. And he had Sellers, but he just good defense there by Ball. He went straight up and played good defense and smacked it out of bounds. So out of bounds to St. John's, inbounded to Hopkins. Hopkins has it. Top of the key. Throw, pass, and a foul called on Mullins for St. John's on a reach-in, trying to bat away the pass. Again, Hurley not happy with it on that side. He hasn't been happy all night. Uconn really a bit off of kilter here tonight. They haven't played their game. They've been dominating over the last couple weeks here, especially in the Big East. Inbound St. John's. Ejiofor has it right side. Bounce pass now to Sellers, and he turns it over. A turnover by Sellers. St. John's turns it over. Into the front court comes St. John's. Here's DeMary, and an offensive foul as he charges. Down goes Darling, and he draws the charge. And wow, DeMary Jr. did not believe that. It looked like that looked like it could have been a block, as it looked to me like Darling was moving when he got the shoulder put into him by DeMary. Went down onto his butt, slid back, and the foul was called. 1-point lead, 16 minutes to go. 10 turnovers for Uconn, 6 for the Johnnies. Here's Sellers. Sellers has it in the front court. Now Ejiofor at the top of the key, hands it off to Darling. Darling drives with the right hand. Darling kicks it out. Now it's Hopkins, and he goes in off the glass and buries it. Off balance layup by Hopkins, and St. John's with a 3-point lead as they still pressure. Now Uconn has a little trouble getting it in. Fans wanted a 5-second violation. They're not going to get it. And things calm down a bit as Uconn gets it across the timeline. Ball has it. Left side. Being guarded by Sellers. Now top of the key to Caravan. Caravan has it. They play a little handoff here, and here comes DeMary driving, and he throws it up for Reed, and he misses the alley-oop. St. John's gets it, comes down with it. Here they come into the front court. It is Mitchell, and he goes good, no good. Rebound, edge of 4, and he banks it in. And St. John's has a 5-point lead. Timeout, Uconn. 5-point lead for the Johnnies, 50-45. 14:52 to go in the second half. This is St. John's basketball on Locked Up Sports.
Moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep you out of the picture. Now, there's Sky Rizzy.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Control of my symptoms means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Get back in the picture. Sky Rizzy is proven to help deliver relief, repair, and remission. Feel significant symptom relief as early as 4 weeks. Sky Rizzy is proven to help visibly repair damage of the intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year, and help people achieve lasting remission.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or UC.
Ready to get back in the picture with Sky Rizzy?
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and UC combined.
Adulting?
I'm Bob Walters, host of Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. Join myself and Brett Grasso every week as we break down all the happenings from the best sports town in the world and have conversations with some of the biggest names in New York sports, including former Mets general manager Steve Phillips.
We need a star player, but let's go get Piazza, and I finally got approval to do it.
The man who revolutionized special teams in the NFL, Coach Mike Westhoff.
But, all the things that he got accused of, he did them all. I know. Trust me, I know. He did them all.
And New York sports talk legend Joe Beningo, just to name a few.
But they gave this guy $35 million a year, $350 million for 10 years. What the hell were they thinking with this guy?
Yeah. If you're a sports fan, this is the podcast for you. We have all the insights, laughs, and entertaining perspectives you crave. Whether you're looking for a funny take on your favorite team or informative and entertaining conversation, Locked Up Sports has you covered. Subscribe today for the most entertaining and informative sports podcast around. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
What do you want with a dead girl?
I want the same thing everyone else wants.
And Bride.
Rated R. Only in theaters March 6th.
St. John's with a 5-point lead here at Madison Square Garden. Thank you for joining, everybody. Don't forget, share the stream, like the page, like the channel. Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. We will also be covering Super Bowl 60 coming up in just 2 days in San Francisco. We'll have that for you in case you happen to be, at work or something and not around to a TV to watch the game. We got you covered, as we always do. No, I can't show the game. I can't show the game. They shut me down when I show the game. Sorry there. I can't show the game. They shut. The second you put the game on YouTube, they shut you down. So I can't show the game, so you're going to have to just be stuck with me here. 50-45, St. John's with the lead. 14:52 to go, second half. I used to show the games and then lost, basically almost lost the channel, so we can't do that anymore. Uconn with the ball inbounding. I'm going to do the best I can, though, to bring you the game as I can. Ball in the front court for Uconn. Oh, they almost turn it over, and a foul called as Reed went to the ground. but the foul is called on Mitchell. That is the second team foul for St. John's. Inbounding in the sideline, pushes it into the backcourt. Ball has it now, across the timeline. Right hand dribble, being guarded by Darling. Goes to the hoop, and it's blocked by Ejiofor in a tie-up, and we're going to have a jump ball. This will be UConn's ball, as they got the arrow. Good job by Ejiofor on the block, but then Darling couldn't come down with the rebound. Yeah, he got the ball. Went off the rebound, and no, I'm sorry, it was Mitchell that came down and got tied up on the rebound. And the possession arrow to St. John's. To UConn. 50-45, still a 5-point game. 14-19 to go. Looking to get it in. He does. It's batted away, and Ejiofor with the steal. So St. John's gets it right back. Darling up into the front court. Darling looks to drive. Now he pulls it back. Looks for a screen. And now he's going to call out the offensive plays. Darling now to Mitchell. Mitchell. Hopkins to Ejiofor. Top of the key. Ejiofor puts it on the floor. Now with the right hand, goes to the lane. Spin around, pivot. Right hand, hook shot. No good off the backboard. And UConn's got it. 5-point lead for St. John's. Oh, and there's a steal. Did he pick his pocket? He did. Darling picks the pocket up. Oh, Darling picked the pocket of DeMary, and it goes out of bounds. Sellers on the drive. Did they call a foul? I believe they did. Let's see. Oh, good defense. Good timing by Darling to pick the pocket, give it to Sellers, who went up and lost control as he went under the hoop. No basket, but man, fantastic defense by Darling. St. John's has played a hell of a defense here tonight. Another turnover by UConn. And it was a foul, so Sellers at the line shooting 2 for St. John's as they try to push this thing up over 5. If he hits this, and he does, it's a 6-point lead for the Johnnies, the largest of the game. Sellers looking for 8 points. He's sitting on 7. He buries the second one. He's 2 for 2. It's an 8-point game for Sellers. It's a 7-point lead for St. John's. And now the crowd is starting to feel it. They're getting on their feet here at Madison Square Garden. Seven-point lead. Ball in the front court. Has it for UConn. Right side, DeMary now. Back to ball. Left side being double-teamed. He's looking. He pulls back for 3, and he no good off the front of the iron. Rebound back to DeMary. Gets it left side for 3 from the corner for UConn. No good, air ball. And it comes down to St. John's. Darling has it. And here they come into the front court. They push it. Mitchell has it. Gives it now to Sellers. Sellers to Ejiofor, top of the key. He hands to Hopkins for 3. Got it. 3-pointer, St. John's. They have a 10-point lead. 55-45, St. John's. And the Garden is alive into the front court. Timeout, UConn. They're on their feet at the Garden. St. John's 55, UConn 45. 12:46 to go in the half. Woo! Good stretch right there of about 2 minutes by St. John's. They have a 6-0 run. They push the lead to 10 on a big 3 from the top of the key by Hopkins. And just like that, the Johnnies have themselves a 10-point lead. This is St. John's basketball on Locked Up Sports.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Greatness isn't given, it's earned through toil and perseverance. But when the moment arrives, time gives back everything it took. Greatness can't be rushed.
There has never been a worse time.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check just how permanent my body paint was.
Your student body president, Stephen Long.
Checking Allstate first was a great idea. Not checking if the body paint was permanent, not my finest moment. Yeah, check Allstate first. You can save hundreds. Rock chalk.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meat.
One-A-Day Women's Multis are made for your overall health, with nutrients for immunity and energy. So you never miss a beat. One-A-Day, the one for you.
10-point lead for St. John's. Party scene here at Madison Square Garden. As St. John's has opened it up, 10 points, a big 3 from Hopkins. You've had Darling playing a key role on defense here for the Johnnies with a couple steals, forcing turnovers, good defense, and even put in some offense as he drove to the hoop a couple times and made some nice layups. Uconn turning the ball over left and right. They average 8. They're already up to 14 turnovers. St. John's is shooting 60% from the field in the second half. 46 for the game. They shot 42 in the first half. And now things are really picking up here for St. John's. For St. John's, Ejiofor with 11 points, Mitchell with 9, Sellers and Jackson with 8 each, and Hopkins has 11. Uconn with the ball inbounding across the timeline. It's DeMary. Hands it off the ball. Back to DeMary. Right side now. Caravan looks to drive. Kicks it back out to DeMary. Top of the key. Drives past the free throw line. Out to the three-point line. Ball looks in. He's got 4 to shoot. Inside the three-point line. Now he feeds it inside to Reed and he lays it in. Oh, pretty possession right there by Uconn as they have cut it to 8 now. That's what Uconn wants to do. That's Uconn basketball right there. Get it inside to Reed, and he lays in an easy right hand off the backboard. St. John's with the ball now in the front court. 10 points for Taris Reed to go along with the 5 rebounds. Darling has it double teamed up by the label. Gives it off to Ejiofor. Right hand dribble into the paint. Right hand hook shot off the front of the rim and no good. Rebound to Uconn. Here they come. DeMary over the timeline with the ball. Left hand dribble. Now he backs it out. Guarded by Darling. Here's Caravan now. Caravan way out above the three-point line. Hands it back to DeMary. DeMary drives with the right hand. Right side near the Jeep label. Up top now. And here's a drive into the paint. Runner is good. Caravan with the runner on the baseline. And just like that, Uconn 4 straight points, cuts it to a 6-point lead. 11-10 to go. Darling in the front court. Gives it. Oh, beautiful pass from Jackson. He couldn't lay it in, though. He gets it back out for 3, and Ejiofor hits a 3. Oh, it looked like a broken play. I don't know why Hopkins didn't go up for the layup. It looked like he had an easy layup. He kicked it back out to Ejiofor for a 3. And now in the front court, DeMary feeds it off. Number 3 pitches it back in a right-hander. Good by Reed. And the foul. A chance for a 3-point play for Taris Reed. Foul is going to be on Ejiofor. This thing's setting up for a wild finish, I'll tell you that much. St. John's had an easy layup. He kicked it out to Ejiofor. It was Hopkins had an easy layup. He kicked it out to Ejiofor for 3. Luckily, it hit. And back and forth we go. It'll be Tarek Reed at the line in just a moment. But man, St. John's playing well. They have themselves a 9-point lead. Just over 10 minutes to go. We'll give you a reset here. For UConn, the leading scorers are, you got Caravan with 8, Reed with 8, DeMary with 7, and Ball and Mullins also have 8. So, spread around the scoring. Nobody really dominating this game, as a lot of people thought, Taris Reed might for UConn, but St. John has held them in check. They played good defense most of this game. They forced turnovers. The St. John's is 20 of 43 from the field, 46.5%. They are struggling mightily from 3. That last one by Ejiofor was only their 4-3. They're 4 of 14. UConn 6 of 14 from beyond the arc. But I think the turnovers is, the big story here. The total turnovers, 12. I'm sorry, I said 14 before. Well, I was wrong. It was 12 for UConn, 7 for the Johnnies. And the Johnnies are also dominating in the paint, as they have 30 points in the paint to UConn's 20. And hey, listen, this game has gone exactly, up to this point at least, exactly how St. John's. No, the game is not being shown here. Sorry, we can't show the game. I've shown I explained it before, but if you're new here, just getting in here, we can't show the game. They shut us down immediately when we show the game. Well, sometimes we'll bring in the TV feed every once in a while, but I can't show the game because anybody that shows the game, they shut you right down. I don't feel like losing this channel again. But, so, if you want to deal with me doing some play-by-play, you can. As I see a bunch of people have here. Welcome. Don't forget, share the feed. Like the channel. Subscribe to the channel. New York Sports Talk, Locked Up Sports is who we are. We will also be covering the Super Bowl on Sunday. Super Bowl 60 from San Francisco. We'll have that for you if you happen to not be around a TV. You can't watch it. You need to know what's going on. You could click right here onto our YouTube channel. Our website is lockedupsports.net. Lockedupsports.net. So again, full house here at the Garden. St. John's with a 9-point lead. As I was saying before, this game has gone exactly as St. John's would have wanted. They couldn't have asked for really much more here. They got the turnovers. Not a great shooting night from UConn. They're keeping themselves in it with the 3. St. John's has kind of played themselves out of it a little bit with their 3-point shooting, but they've dominated down low in the paint, and that's the story so far. St. John's trying to get back into the race for regular season supremacy here in the Big East, and trying to get themselves a big resume win against a top 5 team in the country. UConn currently ranked at number 3, St. John's at 22 in the country, and this is so far, and as we thought, the toughest test that UConn has faced so far in this season. 10:45 to go. Second half, 58-49. Each team, well, actually, no, St. John's with 3 team fouls. UConn with 4. 2 timeouts left for the Huskies and 3 for the Johnnies. UConn in this game 12-0 in the conference, 22-1 on the season. St. John's 17-5 on the season, as they had a bit of a slow start, and 10-1 in Big East play. Kind of feels like a Big East tournament game here, and it feels like we might be doing this again in March. First free throw, way too strong by Reed, off the back of the iron, no good. Second one by Reed on its way off the right side of the iron. He missed them both. Missed a pair of free throws, and St. John's has the ball. It'll be Jackson bringing it into the front court for the Johnnies. Guarded by DeMary. Jackson has it left wing now for Mitchell. Mitchell bounce pass down low into the paint. Ejiofor, right hand into the lane. Fighting his way. Now he turns around. Right-handed hook shot, and it's good. Oh, Ejiofor is taking over here in the second half. 60-49 St. John's. 10 minutes to go. Uconn with the ball in the front court now. DeMary has it, dribbling out by the label. Good defense by Sellers. Bounce pass. Reed into the paint. Right side out to Caravan. Drives it with the left hand into the paint. Goes up with a finger roll, and it's good with the left hand. And it's a 9-point lead for the Johnnies. Here comes St. John's into the front court. It is Sellers. Sellers with the ball up top. 3 by Jackson on its way. No good off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Uconn. Ejiofor with 16 points. He leads all scorers. DeMary for Uconn with the ball. 9-point lead for the Johnnies. Inside, finds Reed all alone and a 2-hand slam. Oh, St. John's, how do you forget about Reed in the paint all by himself? And it's a 7-point lead for the Red Storm. 9:15 to go, second half. St. John's with the ball in the front court. Sellers has it. Sellers, and there's a turnover, bad pass intended for Ejiofor. Here comes DeMary into the front court, and he lays it in. 5-point game now. Just like that, Uconn has cut the lead in half. And a timeout, St. John's. Oh, they're going to try and regroup this one. 8:56 to go. Second half, St. John's with a 5-point lead. A bad pass on that last possession cost the Johnnies. Turnover. DeMary takes it all the way on Jackson to the hoop. It lays it in, and we got a 5-point game. This is St. John's basketball on Locked Up Sports. 5-point lead, 8:56 to go. We're going to keep it right here, right now. Oh, let's see if Uconn can continue to run. It's been a bit of a game of runs here for both teams in the second half. St. John's has had the better of it, but Uconn has an explosive team can definitely score and score in bunches if they need to. They're more of a defensive team, but St. John's has picked them apart so far here tonight. I think St. John's has been the better team up to this point. But they were going to have to be. If they were going to win this game, St. John's was going to have to, they were going to have to outplay. They weren't going to, skate by here against the number 3 team in the country in Uconn, who's 12-0 in the conference, 22-1 on the season. So you expected a dogfight. That's what we got as we come down the stretch here in the second half. St. John's has the ball. It'll be Darling. Dribbles between the legs, waist-high dribble, crosses the timeline into the front court. Now it's Mitchell. Mitchell has it on the left side. Ejiofor, top of the key. Ejiofor still looking, hands it off now. And there's another strip by DeMary. Another turnover by St. John's, and they come into the front courts. Here comes the run by Uconn. Here's Caravan driving, spinning into the lane, throws up a wild shot, no good. Rebound, though, to Reed. Reed has it with the offensive rebound. Reed spins into the lane, right-hand hook shot, no good. Rebound, St. John's. And they survive that turnover. 2 straight turnovers by St. John's. They got to protect the ball better. Darling into the front court. Bounce pass to Ejiofor. Ejiofor has it, posting up. Being guarded by Reed. Ejiofor's going to drive it into the paint. Kicks it out. Darling for 3 from the right side. In and out, no good. Uconn with the rebound. Into the front court, left side is Caravan. Caravan has it. Now Reed at the top of the key. Hands it off to DeMary. DeMary looks for Reed as he and there's a foul on Darling. Too aggressive on the defensive side. And that'll bring us to the under 8 timeout. Uconn making a run. They cut it to 5. 60-55. St. John's with the lead. 7:49 to go. You're listening to St. John's basketball on Locked Up Sports.
I'm Bob Walters, host of Locked Up Sports, the best New York sports talk on the internet. Join myself and Brett Grasso every week as we break down all the happenings from the best sports town in the world and have conversations with some of the biggest names in New York sports, including former Mets general manager Steve Phillips.
We need a star player, but let's go get Piazza, and I finally got approval to do it.
The man who revolutionized special teams in the NFL, Coach Mike Westhoff.
But, all the things that he got accused of, he did them all. I know. Trust me, I know. He did them all.
And New York sports talk legend Joe Beningo, just to name a few.
But they gave this guy $35 million a year, $350 million for 10 years. What the hell were they thinking with this guy?
Yeah. If you're a sports fan, this is the podcast for you. We have all the insights, laughs, and entertaining perspectives you crave. Whether you're looking for a funny take on your favorite team or informative and entertaining conversation, Locked Up Sports has you covered. Subscribe today for the most entertaining and informative sports podcast around. Available anywhere you get your podcasts. New York sports fans are some of the best fans in the world. They're knowledgeable, engaged, and passionate, and they expect nothing less from the shows they listen to. Everyone agrees when it comes to talking sports, there's the new authority. Whether it's former New York athletes,
Hey, this is Doc Good.
This is Colton Orr.
familiar sports talk voices,
Everybody, this is Don LaGreca. Hi, everybody. It's Bob Huschler from The Fan.
or you, the fans. Locked Up Sports is bringing you the best New York sports talk on the internet.
So St. John's wanted a timeout after 5 straight points by Uconn. It's a 60-55 St. John's lead as they try to regroup here a bit, try and calm things down after a couple turnovers. And we'll see if they can do it. Listen, St. John's has played well here in this game so far up to this point. They only have a 5-point lead. As you knew it was going to be tough tonight. You knew it was going to be a dogfight, and that's what we got. 7:49 left in this one. Fox is showing Mike Rapoli down there watching all of his investments here on the court. Wonder if he thinks it was money well spent or not. He's got a lot of money in this team. Wearing an old school St. John's red button-up starter type jacket. But Rick Pitino called the timeout as St. John's, you don't want to let this lead slip away. You worked hard to build up a 10-point lead. And just like that, in 2 possessions, it's cut down to 5. You want to get this is a big possession coming up here for St. John's. You don't want to let Uconn kind of steal the momentum from you that you had, because St. John's had a whole lot of momentum. The place was rocking. They hit a big 3 by Ejiofor, a big 3 by Hopkins. And then all of a sudden, Uconn with a couple turnovers, a couple possessions. Now it's down to 5. Uconn with the ball, inbounding. St. John's looking for a stop here as they try to cut it. Uconn tries to cut it to 1 possession. Oh, there's a steal, a turnover. St. John's has it to the hoop and a 2-hand slam by Mitchell. Big play by Mitchell on the turnover, and he takes it the distance. 7-point lead for St. John's. Uconn with the ball into the front court. Demary has it up by the St. John's label near midcourt, being guarded by Darling, who's played good defense here tonight. Screen, takes it all the way, and he jams it in the face of Ejiofor. Oh, Demary with a slam in the face of Ejiofor, and it's back to a 5-point game. Whoa, how about that? With authority, he took it to the rim. Right off a screen, into the right baseline, and right in the face of Ejiofor. Man. And he turned and he mouthed off to him right, too. Hey, listen, you dunk someone like that, you posterize him, you can say whatever you want. Ejiofor has nothing to say, and rightfully so. 62-57, St. John's with the lead, 7 minutes to go. They got the ball in the front court. Ejiofor has it top of the key. Ejiofor being good, double teamed, gets it off to Darling on the right wing. Darling now double teamed. He looks and feeds it left side into the corner for 3. No good off the back of the iron, and a foul on the floor. And it's going to be against Reed for Uconn. And again, Hurley screaming and yelling, can't believe it. I'd have to see this one again. This one, little bit ticky-tacky on this call. But St. John's will take it. Foul on the floor. 5th team foul for Uconn. Inbounding underneath the hoop. St. John's inbounding. Throws it up and a bad pass. It's a turnover. Oh, terrible inbound. Uconn has it into the front court. Mullins with it. Mullins being guarded tightly. Gets it back. right baseline. Mullins picks up his dribble, feeds it out to Caravan. Caravan will slow it down now to Demary. Demary takes a screen on the right side. Back to Caravan. NBA 3. Long range. Got it. Oh, from dead on. A long 3 for Caravan. And it's a 2-point lead for St. John's. 8-0 run. 7 of 15 from 3 for the Huskies. St. John's with the ball now. Here is Darling. 15-foot jumper is good. Pretty shot by Darling right from the free throw line. And St. John's pushes it back to 4. Under 6 minutes to go in the second half. Demary with the ball. Now to Reed, top of the key. Here's Caravan, and he's bumped in a foul. And it's going to be Mitchell on the foul for St. John's. Boy, I tell you what, Caravan hit a 3 that was from way back near the label of center court. NBA straight on, and he buried it, nothing but net. And a good comeback by Darling on the other end, hitting a 15-foot floating jumper. And it's back to a 4-point lead for the Johnnies. Ball enters the game, back in the game for the Huskies. Out of the game for St. John's comes Sannon. Ross leaves for Uconn as both teams do some substituting. Uconn with the ball in the front court. Mullins has it. Right side Caravan throws it into the post to Reed, feeds it back out to 3. 3-pointer is good. Uconn's caught heat from 3-point range. It's a 1-point game. 64-63. St. John's with the lead in the ball. St. John's has it. Number 3. Oh, almost another turnover. And a foul. Nope, no foul called. Sorry about that. Here's Darling behind the back dribble into the lane. Wild shot and a foul. Demary picks up the foul. Darling will be shooting a pair. And Uconn again now hitting their 3s on the other end. It's a 64-63 St. John's lead. Darling will be at the free throw line. 16 foul for the Huskies. Demary with the foul. He has 3. Darling rims the first one in. Darling now puts it on the floor, dribbling. Getting ready, second free throw on its way, and it's good. It's a 3-point lead for the Red Storm. Giving pressure now in the front and the backcourt, and they get it in. Uconn does. Demary, and again, St. John's backs off. Darling guarding them as they cross the timeline into the front court. Demary gives it to Mullins. Mullins now to Reed, hands it off to Ball. And now back to Demary. 10 seconds to shoot. Switch by St. John's on the defense. Screen. Demary drives right hand into the lane. Finger roll is good. Uconn scoring at will now. Each time down the floor, it seems. 1-point lead for St. John's. Here's Hopkins with the ball in the front court. Bounce pass down low to Ejiofor. Backing in. Ejiofor into the lane. Right hand turns, and it's rejected by Reed as he slaps it into the front row. And he is pumped about that. A good defensive play as Ejiofor was trying to back him into the lane. And St. John's, whose defense has been so good all game, has not been there the last, I'd say, about 2 or 3 minutes of this game. Zuby Ejiofor, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. First free throw on its way is no good. Gotta hit these free throws late. It's always been a problem for St. John's. Last year, this year. .6% from the line. Second one on its way. And he got it off the back of the iron to rim in. Back of the iron killed it that one. It just deaded the ball when it fell in. And it's a 2-point lead for the Johnnies. 67-65. 4:26 to go. Second half at Madison Square Garden. St. John's again pressures the ball. Uconn gets it in. Ball has it. Back and forth between the legs into the front court. Now to DeMary, out to Caravan, top of the key. DeMary has it, now to Ball. Ball, good defense this time by St. Johns. He's being guarded by Sannon. Sannon down to Caravan, who drives in, running, floated, no good. Rebound, St. Johns got it. And a foul. Not a jump ball. Hurley's just screaming and yelling for a jump ball. That was a foul. That was not a jump ball. That would not have been a tie-up. I don't know what he's screaming about. He just seems to scream and cry about everything, huh? And did they tee him up? No, they did not. But that was absolutely a foul. Caravan with the foul. 8th team foul for the Huskies. St. John's in the bonus, shooting a 1-on-1. Bryce Hopkins, 73% free throw shooter, 2 for 4 on the night. First one on its way, no good. He missed the front end. And St. John's gets the rebound. Ejiofor with the rebound, good rebound. Now he takes it back himself into the paint, feeds it for Mitchell, and he lays it in. St. John's gets the rebound off the missed free throw. Ejiofor with a good rebound, handed it off, and then St. John's has a 4-point lead and a foul in the front court by St. John's. Hopkins reached in. Good pass. It looked like Ejiofor was going to take it the whole way after getting the rebound. He didn't. Handed it off. St. John's 69. Uconn 65. 3:46 to go. Second half. This is St. John's basketball on Locked Up Sports.
Just one dose of Aleve provides pain relief for up to 12 hours from all types of body pain. Aleve, longer-lasting body pain relief.
Progressive even helped me find the right coverage for my budget.
Joe Lyons is passive progressive.
Budget? I mean, what's next? You gonna move out of your mom's basement?
It's my own apartment.
In her basement?
With a separate entrance.
Don't be like Joe. Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Arby's new meat and 3 box for just $7.99 is a 4-course meal deal. Unlike other value meals, this box won't leave you hungry. Whoa! Can you believe all this food fits in one box?
Arby's, we have the meats.
Welcome. Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you.
We got it.
Today's digital world is full of risks. I present to you the world's most protected business.
Creed, we have AT&T Dynamic Defense.
It prevents malicious threats. How are people supposed to get in? There's no door.
Somebody say door? Light 'em up, Bobby. My man.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival, because you know there's value in making space for your people. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Greatness isn't given, it's earned through toil and perseverance. But when the moment arrives, time gives back everything it took. Greatness can't be rushed.
New York City, the world's most famous arena. Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, the home of the Big East tournament.
You guys have a chance to be part of the greatness.
Are you telling me there's no magic in this house tonight?
The best basketball conference in the country, bar none. That's why we came here.
All right, back at Madison Square Garden. St. John's with the lead, 69-65, as we are under 4 minutes to go. St. John's has led most of this second half. They've been the better team in the second half. You got Ejiofor dominating with 17 points, Mitchell with 13, Hopkins with 11, Jackson and Sellers with 8 apiece. For Uconn on their side, they got Caravan with 15. He's hit a couple big threes. Reed with 12. And DeMary with 16 points, leading all Uconn scorers. 69-65, 3:46 to go. St. John's just shooting 48% from the field, 4 of 17 from 3, and 13 turnovers to 10. Uconn with 13. Listen, Uconn has stayed in this game with their three-pointers. They're 8 for 16, 50%, 55 from the field. St. John's, again, another pretty poor shooting night from the field, only 48%. So Uconn will inbound the ball underneath the hoop in the front court. Reed has it, hands it off, ball drives. No, I'm sorry, it's DeMurray, and he misses. Caravan with the rebound, puts it up, and he got it. It rimmed around and in, and it's back to a 2-point game. 3.5 to go. Ball in the front court for St. John's. Sannon has it. Top of the key to Ejiofor. Ejiofor being guarded by Reed. Now Mitchell. Hands it off Darling. Darling right side, right wing. Looking the dribble. Pulls up for 3. Got it. Nothing but the net. Bottom of the net for Darling. A beautiful shot. And St. John's has pushed it back up to 5. 72-67. Man, big shot by Darling. He fights off a screen. DeMary has it in the front court. Uconn, DeMary drives to the hoop, into the fade, loses control, loses the ball, and it's off of his leg, and it's going the other way. St. John's turns him over again, the 14th turnover by Uconn. A 5-point lead and the ball after a big 3 by Darling, who just pulled up out of nowhere and buried it. 5-point lead, not 6. 5-point lead for St. John's, 72-67, as we come down under 3 minutes. This game has been everything it was subscribed to be. Top of the key, St. John's has it. Ejiofor with the ball, pulls up his dribble, gives it to Darling now. Darling, left wing, looking, drives into the paint, spins, still has it, feeds it off to Ejiofor, who throws up a right-hand hook and in. Big shot by Zuby Ejiofor, 74-67. St. John's with the lead. 2:15 to go. Into the front court. Oh, Darling almost picked the pocket of DeMary again. But he regains it. There's a screen, and wait, Darling knocked down by DeMary. Inside, Reed, back out. 3-pointer for Uconn. Good, got it. Oh, big shot by Mullins. And a timeout called right at 2 minutes to play. Could have been an offensive foul. Darling caught a shoulder by DeMary. He went down to the ground. No call. They got it inside to Reed, outside to Mullins. And he buries the 3. A big shot. And it is a 4-point lead for St. John's. God, and Uconn need that in the worst way. St. John's was starting to feel it. That's a big 3-pointer. Uconn has hit a couple big 3-pointers. Caravan with one about 5 minutes ago from way downtown beyond the arc. And that one by Mullins, just a huge 3 to keep him in it with 2 minutes left. St. John's has the possession arrow. 2 timeouts left, 6 team fouls. Uconn, 8 team fouls, both teams in the bonus, 1 timeout left. As we are at 2 minutes exactly left on the clock in this one. It has been a good one here at Madison Square Garden. If you paid to get in here, about $400 or $500, at least you got your money's worth, right? Highly anticipated St. John's Uconn game here. Uconn comes in 12-0 in the conference, 22-1 on the season, number 3 in the country. St. John's, who had a bit of a rough start, 17-5 overall, 10-1 in the conference, number 22 in the country. But they have certainly played like a top 10 team here tonight. This has probably been their best game, or one of their best games of the season. Hanging all the way with Uconn. Now a 4-point lead, under 2 minutes to go. Ball in the front court. St. John's has it. Ejiofor on the left wing. Ejiofor guarded by Reed. Gives it. Here comes a three for St. John's. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound, offensive rebound, tapped in. Oh, what a tap in by Mitchell. Big play. 6-point lead for St. John's. Minute and a half to go. Wow. Big play. In the front court now. Uconn with the ball. Driving to the hoop and a foul and a bucket. He lays it in. DeMary gets the bucket and the foul. And he'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play. Oh, what a rebound on the other end, though, by Mitchell off the missed three, tapping it in. And then down Uconn. DeMary drives, gets the foul call, lays it in. And it's a 4-point game. 81% free throw shooter. DeMary Jr. at the line with 18 points on the night. 1-1. I'm sorry, shooting one free throw. Missed it. Off the back of the iron. Rebound. Darling's got it. St. John's. 1:10 to go. 25 seconds to shoot. Uconn just 5 of 11 from the free throw line. Darling has it. Looking, drives into the paint, kicks it back out. Edge of 4, fakes the 3. Now at the left elbow, gives it back to Hopkins. Hopkins spins into the lane. Left hand, no good. Blocked and a foul called. Caravan gets called for the foul. And St. John's will go to the line with 57 seconds to go. Let's see. Yeah, that was a foul. He got him on the arm. And what else is new? Hurley upset with the call over there on the Uconn sideline. 76-72. Free throws for Hopkins. First one, no good. St. John's struggling now here down the stretch with free throws. Gotta hit these free throws. You cannot leave these points on the floor. Hopkins, 72% free throw shooter. Second one on its way. Rims around and in. And it's a 5-point lead. Under a minute to go. DeMary's going to inbound the ball, being guarded, face guarded by Hopkins. He throws it in. It's a turnover. St. John's picks off the pass. Sellers has it. Sellers and a foul. And a huge turnover. Finally, St. John's putting a hand in the face of the inbounder like they've done all night. Has paid off, and they get a turnover at the biggest time of the game. Man, that was a huge turnover. 5-point lead. St. John's now shooting free throws. Is it 1-1? No, it's going to be 2 free throws. First one on its way. No good. Again, he missed it. Oh, man. St. John's Sellers misses this one as they have really struggled down the stretch. 53 seconds to go. 5-point St. John's lead. Second one on its way. No good off the back of the iron. He missed them both. Huge miss by St. John's. DeMary into the front court. Looking. Drives and a foul on the floor. But Uconn is in the bonus. They will shoot a 1-on-1. Both coaches screaming at the officials. St. John's miss a golden opportunity as they come up empty on the turnover on the inbound. And now you let Uconn shoot free throws with the clock stopped, down 5 points, 47.7 to go. It's a 5-point game. It'll be a 1-on-1 as the foul was on the floor for DeMary. 81% from the line. 18 points on the night. 7 of 10 from the field. He's had himself a hell of a game. 1-1 here. With a 5-point deficit. First one in and out. No good. Neither team can hit free throws. Rebound Hopkins, and he is fouled immediately. And it's going to be a free throw shooting contest. And if nobody wants it, someone's got to hit these free throws. You want to win this game, you're going to have to make a couple free throws if you're St. John's. (77-72). First free throw on its way, and he gets off the front of the rim, and it goes in. Man, nothing easy here for St. John's. They have a 6-point lead, though. They are in good shape here. St. John's is going to have to give this game away if they're going to lose. Second one on its way. He got them both. Big free throws right there. Finally, St. John's hits a couple free throws. 7-point lead. 40 seconds to go. Into the front court comes DeMary. He's looking. Right-hand dribble between the legs. Gets it to the top of the key. They got to go. They got to go. Here comes a three. Short air ball out of bounds. Was it tipped by St. John's? Yes, it was. It'll be staying right here at this end of the court, I believe. Nope, they're going to say it was off of, it was an air ball. He didn't get a tip. And St. John's can now feel it. Crowd can taste it. They're on their feet. 32 seconds to go. 7-point lead. They can ice this thing with a couple free throws right here. St. John's, as they substitute out a couple players, a huge, huge win for St. John's if they can hold on here. The final 32 seconds, they lead by 7. It's their game to lose now. Man, St. John's has played well here in this second half. They turned over. They played good defense. They crashed the boards. They turned over Uconn a bunch of times. As there's an official review going on. I'm not sure what they're... I guess they're going to review to see if the ball was tipped. I thought it was tipped on the 3. Let's see. You know what? It doesn't look like it. You can't tell if it was tipped if it was. It looked like it was tipped coming out of the hands of DeMary by Sannon, but there is certainly not, looking at this replay, there is certainly not indisputable evidence. It's a coach's challenge by Hurley. Seems like, a bit of desperation, but it is what it is. He's got to try and get the ball back. As you're looking at a 7-point deficit with 30 seconds to go. St. John's just a couple of, protect the ball, inbound the ball, hit some free throws, and you get out of here with a win. And a big, big win at that. St. John's goes to home against Xavier on the 9th. Then they got Providence, Marquette, Creighton, and then at Uconn for the rematch on the 25th. Of February. Just a week or so before the Big East tournament gets going. So here we go. Let's see what they're going to call. Yeah, the call is upheld. It's St. John's ball. I mean, listen, it looked like it was tipped coming out of his hands because it was such a bad shot, but there certainly wasn't indisputable evidence in the replay. So St. John's, listen, they're going to have to inbound the ball, get it in, hit some free throws, and get out of Dodge with a big win here. No timeouts left for Uconn. Both teams in the bonus. St. John's in the double bonus. Big inbound here. Ball underneath the hoop. Underneath their own hoop. Let's see what St. John's does. They try and get it in. Being guarded. Look out. You got to get it in. Gets it into Ejiofor, and he's holding it. They're double teaming him, and he's fouled. There's the foul. 4 seconds came off the clock. 28 and a half to go. And like I said, hit your free throws and you're going to get out of here with a win if you're St. John's. Thank you, everybody who's been listening, who's stuck around here for this one. Good game. Sorry I couldn't show you the video. I can't. They shut my channel down. LockedUpSports.net is the name of the website address. Check us out. Check out our show. We get good guests. You'll enjoy it. If you're a sports fan, you'll love it. If you're a New York sports fan, especially, you'll love it. And don't forget, we'll also be bringing you Super Bowl 60 on Sunday. Patriots and the Seahawks. First one is good. Second free throw on its way. Got it. Got them both. Big free throws for Ejiofor. St. John's with a 9-point lead. Time out. Johnny's. 28 and a half seconds to go. And they can smell it now. They look like they're going to win this thing. Ejiofor with 20 points, 7 assists, 10 rebounds, a double-double. As he has just dominated in the second half. He came out in the second half and right off the bat started dominating, playing good defense on Reed, making big shots, hit a big 3 down the stretch. And Zuby Ejiofor, player of the game, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 blocks. The assist is a career high for number 24 on St. John's, Zuby Ejiofor. And this is exactly what St. John's needed and what they wanted. This game went exactly according to plan. Uconn came in. They weren't great in the first half. They turned the ball over. St. John's went into halftime with a 5-point lead. I'm sorry. St. John's went into halftime. They had a 5-point lead. They blew it. It was tied 39.5. And then in the second half here, it's been St. John's the better team by far. And right now with a 9-point lead, 28 plus seconds away from the biggest win they've had all season. And a statement win at that. A good resume builder when it comes seeding time. Inbounding, up the court comes ball for Uconn. 9-point deficit. 20 seconds to go, being guarded. Looking, drives right hand into the paint, to the baseline. Feeds it out. Here comes a three for Uconn, and it's no good off the back of the iron. Rebound to St. John's, and that'll do it. A foul is called. 8 seconds. Nope, they're going to let him run it out. He gets it over the timeline, and St. John's Red Storm 81, Uconn 72. There's your buzzer. It's all over. Big time win for St. John's. 81-72 is your final. The Johnnies beat number 3, Uconn, at Madison Square Garden. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. 20 points for Ejiofor. He is your star of the game. Appreciate everybody who hung with us here to the end. Don't forget to check us out. LockedUpSports.net is our website. Locked Up Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check us out on all social medias. Final from the Garden. 81-72. St. John's, number 22, knocks off the top 5. Number 3, Uconn Huskies. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm Bob Walters. See ya.